Today I am back again with another Christmas song, and this time I'm going to be doing a special request. A guy by the name of Frederick Spector asked me to play more songs on the Rhodes and also to specifically play Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy by Tchaikovsky on the Rhodes because he thought it would work very well, and he is definitely right. It works very, very well. Now, Dance with the Sugar Plum Fairy comes from the Nutcracker Suite, which again was it was composed and written by Tchaikovsky. It was a ballet, and originally the ballet didn't actually do all that well when it first premiered in 1892. People didn't really care much for it, from what I can understand. There were some people liked the people who were in it. Some people said they performed very poorly. Other people said they performed great. But over time, people ended up realizing that it's actually a really cool play. And particularly around starting in the 1960s, ballet companies started playing it around Christmas time, and today that's a very big tradition. And in fact, American ballet companies, the big ones, will actually make about 40% of their annual revenue from the Nutcracker Suite alone, which is kind of impressive. So every time around Christmas time, you're always singing Nutcracker Suite. And the music, particularly, at least in my opinion, Dance with the Sugar Plum Fairy, has really become associated with Christmas time, and a lot of advertisements on YouTube and stuff like that. I'll hear something that's not quite Dance with the Sugar Plum Fairy, but it's a similar sound, and that sound of the celesta, which is what this music was originally written for, has just kind of become ingrained in everyone's minds as being Christmassy. As I said, the music was originally written for a celesta, which is an instrument kind of like a piano, but instead of the hammer striking strings, they strike these metal rectangular bars. And I've actually played on a real celesta, and they are wonderful, beautiful instruments. I have some videos on my channel where I actually play Dance with the Sugar Plum Fairy on a real celesta, so you can go back and check that out. And then you can also watch this video on hearing it on a Rhodes, which is in a way kind of an electrified celesta, because instead of hitting metal bars, the hammers in this are hitting metal tines, which are these little metal rods that are right next to an electromagnetic pickup. And it has a very similar sound. It has a lot more sustain, and it does kind of sound a little bit different, but it also sounds rather similar. So I think this piece works very, very well on the Rhodes. So let's check it out, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. So hopefully you enjoyed that performance of Dance with the Sugar Plum Fairy on the Rhodes. I personally think that works really, really well. Frederick Spector, thank you very much for the request to do that piece. It worked really well on the Rhodes. One thing I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, I made some minor adjustments to the way the song kind of flowed, because in the original performance, the celesta is playing along with an orchestra, and the celesta takes some pauses to let the orchestra play some lines. And when it's only a solo instrument, in this case the Rhodes, or if I was just playing it on a celesta, pausing for two measures would sound very weird by itself with an empty space. So I decided to close up those gaps a little bit. So if it sounds kind of weird and off to you, that would be why. But I think that's what people typically do when they're playing it by themselves without the orchestra. I forgot to mention it at the beginning. I just wanted to say that now to disclose that I slightly altered the timing of the piece just simply because there's like 2 or 4 extra measures gap that doesn't need to be there when there's not an orchestra playing. But once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any other suggestions for songs that might work on the Rhodes, the Korg SV1, or the Hammond B3, or the Vox Continental, any of these cool instruments, or my Steinway Concert Grand D. Any of these instruments that you think cool Christmas songs might work on, let me know, because I'm always looking for cool new songs to play. And a lot of these ones that you guys are suggesting, I have never heard of before. And that's kind of cool as well, to play Christmas songs that I haven't heard of, and that perhaps some of you guys haven't either. So once again, let me know of cool songs I might be able to play. And if you're interested, you might want to go check out my channel, because I'm currently working on a Christmas series series where I play a whole bunch of Christmas songs on all these instruments. If you haven't checked that out, you might enjoy it, so you might want to go check that out. And I've also got reviews of pianos and organs and other keyboard instruments on my channel too. So if that sounds cool, you might want to check all that out. And if you want to subscribe, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.